I'm Jeannie. I'm gonna teach you how to make tomato soup. Tomato soup is one of my favorites. It is the ultimate comfort food that I go to. I will have tomato soup in the fall, the winter, and even in the spring. And one thing about tomato soup, you don't have to eat it when it's hot. You can also have it when it's cold. You can have it with a gratin. You can also have it with a salad. You can just eat it plain. And my favorite is always having a gooey, yummy, crispy on the outside grilled cheese sandwich. Today, I picked up some gorgeous heirloom tomatoes. These are so pretty. So I'm gonna use the heirloom tomatoes that I bought. And I have some, of course, your very classic. These are tomatoes that were grown on the vine, and they smell so delightful, so we're gonna use several of these. Garlic. I like the sweet onions. We also have the purple onion. And I'm gonna add, of course, your bell pepper, the red bell pepper. I love red bell pepper because it adds a little extra to the tomato soup. This is more of a sweet pepper. It adds a little extra something. Also, we'll add some fresh thyme. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna actually cut up my vegetables, and we are going to drizzle them with some olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, and I'm gonna roast them in the oven for at 375 until they're pretty tender and the juices start to run from the tomatoes. Okay, I'm gonna chop up our tomatoes, put them in the pan, and we're gonna roast these until perfection. What I'm gonna do is just take the whole garlic clove, and I'm just gonna cut the top of it off. Just like that. And I see some on the side here, so we'll just cut these down. We're gonna roast the garlic as is. So basically, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add my favorite olive oil that I get actually from Williams Sonoma. I just love this. Sprinkle the olive oil, drizzle it actually all over. And then I'm gonna add thyme that I've grown from my garden here. Now we're gonna add some salt. Gonna add some pepper. And I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil on top of the garlic so the garlic will roast pretty nicely for us. And there you have it. I'm gonna put this whole dish of our cut up tomatoes. I have heirloom, and I have your traditional vine ripe tomatoes. I have purple onions. I have a sweet onion, and I took one whole red bell pepper and cut it up. Added, of course, some thyme, and I took a whole garlic clove. I chopped the top of the garlic clove off, or bunch, whatever they call these things, but just like you see it, just as it is. Drizzled it with olive oil, salt, and pepper, and we'll let it roast in the oven I use convection roast 375, and I do it for about, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Because what you want to make sure that your vegetables become tender, maybe a little caramelized, and you definitely want this to roast. So, actually, it took 35 minutes for these vegetables to roast. I ended up increasing the temperature of my oven to actually 425. So 35 minutes later, we have these roasted tomatoes, onions, and thyme, etc. And you see all the juice that's in there. This is yummy juice. This juice is very important for the base of our soup. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to add all our roasted vegetables, okay, into our blender. So these are hot, so we'll be careful. Keep my kitchen clean as I go, so let's make this a little bit easier on me. And these vegetables smell absolutely wonderful, and this roasted garlic, oh my gosh, just makes me want to hum. Good food. So as you see, we're filling our blender up with these vegetables. And we have a lot of juice sitting in our dish. This juice will be incorporated into the soup along with about almost like 4 cups of vegetable broth. Now, with this soup, you can add like some whipping cream, heavy whipping cream if you like, if you want a creamier type of soup. But if you don't want to, you don't have to, because this soup is so flavorful as it is. It's hearty enough. Well, it's not too heavy, but it's not too light, but it'll make you feel really good inside when you eat it. Ooh, this smells good. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Ooh, it smells so good. I have to show you what this looks like. That's our soup. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put all of this in our pot, but I'm gonna blend it a little bit more. It is a little thick, that's why we're gonna add some broth, okay? This is so good, woohoo! Now, let's bring this to our stove top. I'm gonna turn the stove on. I have gas, and I'm gonna do it kind of medium low, and I'm just gonna pour the pureed tomato vegetable mix in. All right, I have the tomato soup right now on low. I'm now gonna take all the liquid from the roasted tomatoes, and I'm gonna pour it right into my soup mixture. And we're gonna let it simmer. See how the soup is pretty, it's got a thick consistency. But what I wanna do, I wanna go ahead and let it simmer. Okay, simmer some more. And what you wanna do is add, I have about 4 cups of vegetable broth. May not use it all, but I usually have it ready. And I'm just gonna pour like a cup of the broth in. Okay. And the soup is beginning to loosen up. It smells so good. Yeah, just a little bit more broth, just make it a little looser. So I'm down to 2 cups. I've used 2 cups of broth right now. And this is a vegetable broth. If you want to use chicken, you can. I'm trying to keep this all veggie based. I told you, it's gonna be hearty, but not really heavy. Okay, all right, we're gonna taste the soup. Perfect. Strong, robust robust flavors of tomato, onion, garlic, and the thyme is on time. Only thing is, I'll probably add just a tad bit more salt. Let's get this salt. There we go. Stir some more. And what I'm gonna do is add some cream. Decided I would do that, just a little bit. I like kind of like my tomato soup to be a little creamier, on the creamier side. Oh, this smells so good. This is perfect meal. Again, this is a lot of soup here. I'm quite sure my family will not eat it all tonight. So we'll have our serving, and the rest I'll just freeze, and we can have it for dinner for later on in the month or in a couple weeks or whatever. But again, the soup is definitely something you can freeze and keep for extended periods of time and enjoy later. Okay, here's the soup simmering. All right, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring the soup over and we're gonna ladle it into our bowl. Look at the soup, it's awesome. So, let's get our soup going here. Smells good, it's good and warm, just perfect. One more soup, yes. Ladle it well. Our soup. I'm gonna top it, or garnish it with some chives. That portion, some fresh chives are perfect for this soup. And of course, you can't have tomato soup without something else. Now, I don't know about you, but the classic grilled cheese sandwich is my favorite. But in this case, I made grilled cheese for my family. So we use 3 cheese, Fontina, sharp cheddar, and smoked Gouda. And the bread is absolutely crispy and buttery. So it's like, yum, yum, yum when you bite into it. So, of course, you have to have our grilled cheese sandwiches. Let's do it like this. What do you say? Perfect meal? Perfect. So if you like this recipe, please follow me on all my social media channels, and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Recipes can be found on my website at justjeanniejacobs.com.